was first discovered in Poland in the 1990s. I think it was 1992, but it could have been 1996. That's irrelevant really. I know it's 4 years, that's nothing. And since then it's spread to most of the rest of Europe. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about ash dieback. Now I'm talking specifically about the British Isles here because that's what I know. I grew up in a period of history, natural history, where as a young child I watched a whole species of tree pretty much die out, a whole species of mature tree die out. That's the English elm, and it's now rare if you see one that's older than 30 years and has a trunk span of much bigger than my hand span, because as soon as it's old enough the beetle will get there and go, lovely, we'll have some of that, thanks. So what's happened is, from seeing these graceful, magnificent, asymmetric crowned trees lining roads, suddenly they were all cut down and now they're kind of tiny, almost shrub trees that grow for a bit and then die. Well, a similar thing is happening to ash. All these diseases are brought by fungus carried by beetles or insects of some kind. Now, this could be. Now I want to get this across to people because I think it's really important, because as someone who is a survivor of watching a species of tree die out, pretty much, I am urging you all, if you have any interest in trees or nature, to go and just enjoy ash trees for as long as you can, because in the next couple of years most of them, if not all of them, could be dead. Now I'm saddened in here because we've got some that are quite a few hundred years old and they're showing signs of dieback. You can see, because the very highest tips, I'm not so worried about lower branches that are dying, because that happens because, you know, they can't get the light. I mean, here's one for an example. So the trees can't get the light under there, so lower branches will die, but it's branches at the top, and it's happening quite quickly. Cherry is another one that has a fungal virus, and they just die. You know, they look perfectly healthy, then suddenly they're dead. So if you like your trees, the best thing that you could do now is to just go and enjoy them, because they will be disappearing. Now, I'm not trying to be a doom monger or anything, but it seems that either A, they want them to die out, or B, they just haven't found any reason, you know, what actually really causes it. Although, how do I know that it's a fungus if they don't know what causes it? But maybe they don't know what stops it or what brings it, I don't know. They've had 20 odd years in which to find out. So yeah, I'm just saying, if you want to enjoy ash trees, go and enjoy them now, because, you know, this time next year, and that's 2020, July 2020 is a year's time, they could all be gone. And I'm sorry to have to say that. People say, oh well, we've got other trees, but see, once you've lost the species, you've lost it. That's it, it's gone. So one of the things you can do is just not buy in foreign trees. I'm not trying to be foreignist here, but you know, it just prevents, because things that grow in your own land are things that I'm looking for a way through. Things that grow in your own land are things that can cope with growing in your own land. You know, it can be said, well, Mother Nature will recover. Well, yeah, she will. But, you know, we won't be there to see it. But it's not like, you know, species die out and they die out. They don't get recreated. Although you could say, well, they've just done it with this week with a worm. But you can't do things like that without it messing up something else. So yeah, I really don't want to say this. I never thought that I would see another extinction of trees. I'm going to call it an extinction because it's an extinction of mature trees. But, you know, I may be jumping the gun, but I've suddenly seen this year a whole lot more dieback everywhere I've gone, even in here. And I'm in here quite regularly, so I've been keeping an eye on it and monitoring it. It's funny because you can find some trees are next to others that have got it and they seem fine, but you know, it really is only a matter of time. So yeah, you know, get out and enjoy ash trees. And be aware of what you're doing, what you're buying in, where you're taking it, and all kinds of things like that, because you know, some things are only meant to be where they are, you know. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. See you under the ash tree. Ta-da.